As I popped in Mass Effect 1 all those years ago, I always envisioned how the game would end. The Reapers are the main threat in the galaxy. They're taking over planets as if they're like gods, wiping out civilizations and taking them and creating them into monsters. The story ever since the first one has just gotten darker and sadder throughout. With Mass Effect 3, Shepard is on the mission to unite all the races for this one final battle to try to save Earth, which is taken by the Reapers in the first 30 minutes of the game. Shepard will travel through the galaxies, meeting up with Krogans, Aseris, Geth, and more to try and get them to join the cause, to fight against the Reapers. You'll have to unite all the races who have basically hated each other for hundreds of years. War that were never solved, solutions and cures that'll save an entire race, and things like that is what makes the uniting so complex and fun. You'll get a huge cast from the old Mass Effect, plus a couple of new faces like James Vega. The amount of detail put into each character is once again amazing, where games like Fallout and Skyrim pull you into the vast and fun world to explore. Mass Effect draws you into its amazing characters and well-told story. BioWare never fails here, and you'll get to know each and every character, revisit and see old ones, and watch some wonderful scenes that'll probably make you smile, maybe grin, maybe even cry a bit. Yeah, bitch, I said it. I'm 23 years old and I almost cried. The story is captivating throughout. You always get the feel of this dreadful fear that the Reapers are close by. You'll see tons of people die. You'll see tons of people fighting for their life. And most of all, you'll see the horrors of the war and the scariness of trying to stop a force that is basically unstoppable. I enjoyed every single bit of the story, including the endings. Yeah, that's right, bitches. I enjoyed the endings. I really don't even want to argue here or get into the opinion of the different endings. Do not spoil the endings for anyone, people, because if you do, I will block you and I will destroy your page. I enjoyed them quite a bit, though. Think about this, though, my friends and fellow gamers who have traveled through these games with me. Once a good friend of mine was spoiled by the ending of a certain book. I asked him, "Oh man, I guess you don't want to read it anymore." And he said, "Actually, the ending is just the point I stopped reading. I care more about the adventure I go through with the story." And ever since then, I had that same mind frame. A lot of stories don't end the way I would end them, but hey, it's not my work. But the adventure told to get to that ending is, if it's well told, if exciting, if interesting, is more than enough reason to go through this excellent series. I may have, rambled a little bit here, but do not let the endings turn you away. I strongly advise you to pick up all the Mass Effect games and get into this amazing trilogy.
You amaze me.
What?
Nothing. I love you.
You being here with me? It means everything.
Shepard.
Shh. I love you.
Graphics wise, Mass Effect does not disappoint at all. The huge upgrade from 1 to 2 was nice, so while 3 doesn't take that huge leap, it does something very important. This is war. This is the final battles. I want to be in environments that are alive and scary and look like hell, and sadly 1 and 2 just never really did that. 3 does just that. The environments in this game are top notch. They match the epic war scale most of the time and truly amaze me when I'm looking around and see the destruction of the Reapers. The atmosphere is probably the best I've seen BioWare ever produce. The faces and movements can be a little stiff and maybe even awkward at times, but the rest of it is truly amazing to look at. The customization is far better in this game, and you can match different armors and weapons to your Shepard. Customization to the whole face and body is back, of course, so you can enjoy that feature as well. All in all, the graphics are basically top notch. Gameplay wise, BioWare basically wanted to take what worked in the previous games and topple them, and everything runs smoother in this title. In that respect, BioWare nailed it. The shooting feels like the best in the series since ever. The cover system actually works pretty well this time, though sometimes it can be a little sticky, or sometimes not stickering at all, which kind of annoys me. Matters where you're positioning and what you're looking at. but overall the cover system's not bad. The powers are definitely upgraded from 2 and look a lot better and feel a lot better. The exploring in this game isn't as open as something like Skyrim or Borderlands or anything. It's quite linear in the fashion of going to an area and wiping out all the enemies that are there. You'll find some weapons and armors where you go through the levels. You'll be able to upgrade your weapons and armor as well. You can also modify your weapons with mods to help them become stronger. Again, the customization is good enough to make it interesting. The level up system in the game works much better in this game. Say you choose to level up Pull. Eventually it'll spin to do different ways you can level up that power. When you pick one certain way of leveling up, the other is blocked out. So choose wisely towards your style of gameplay. It makes it interesting, and even more so, the more you play and even choose the same class, you can make them totally different the next time. Conversation was a big part of the gameplay. Depending on how you talk to people and respond, it'll change the way people act around you. You also get Renegade and Paragon choices during conversations or cutscenes popping up. Be careful, as though they change the outcome of the entire cutscene. Choices are always a major part of Mass Effect, and it doesn't change here.
But I warn you, Commander. The consequences of this will be felt for centuries.
Will be nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
The co-op multiplayer online is actually really fun. It's simple horde mode, but works well enough. After a couple of waves of whichever enemy you're facing, you'll get an objective to do. This makes the game tougher since you'll have to finish that objective in a certain amount of time. Once you finish the objective, you'll get credits in which you can buy new packs that give you different items, such as new characters, weapons, or mods. It makes it interesting, and you'll probably want to unlock all the powerful weapons and get new characters. At least I do. Also, it helps build the strength for your army in single player. Neat little feature that actually helps the single player, and the gameplay is actually pretty fun. I enjoyed my time with Mass Effect. Duh. Actually, let me be honest. I enjoyed my time in Mass Effect more than almost any game this generation. I sat my ass here for 3 days in a row playing the living shit out of this game. Thanks to a lot of coffee, being off for work 3 days, and ignoring my friends' calls to hang out. I put 26 hours into the main story and almost 5 hours into the multiplayer. I plan on replaying this beast of a game once more and also continue unlocking stuff on multiplayer. The amount of content in this game is amazing. What makes it even more amazing is starting with the series back in my first year of college. Years later now, moving states over, I finished this amazing fucking series with a bang. I look at all these characters returning and almost get teary-eyed, seeing my best homie Garrus giving me a pep talk about giving Reapers hell, watching as Grunt thanks me for everything I did, seeing Rex tell me I'm a great friend, and watching Ashley tell me she loved me made me not only glad, but give me the emotion that most games just don't even try to do. Very few games capture a story and character this well, but Mass Effect somehow does it. I fell in love with everything about this universe, and I'm so happy that I got to experience such a wonderful series. So this is Whitey, telling everyone in the goddamn galaxy to play this game. Play all 3 of them, because you want that same emotion that I feel, you have to play all of them. I think you can guess the score here. It's 10 out of mother effing 10. Commander Whitey out.